welcome to you to the Buffalo Wild Wings postgame show. From MetLife Stadium, we get set to put the wrap on this game in the NFC East. I know we talked about it all night. We had plenty of time to talk about it all night. But the play of Carson Wentz, we can go back to what he did. He's been getting, I think, steadily better every week, and he and the offense looked like the Philadelphia Eagles here tonight.
Yeah, you know, Carson had missed so much time at the end of last year throughout the offseason, and you look at what he was able to do tonight. I think the impressive thing is his vision and how he's able to keep his eyes down the field, even when there's a pass rush, and survey the field, come back, find a guy for a touchdown. You see that he's looking downfield. A lot of times when you've been hit, as many times as he's been hit, there's a tendency to start watching that rush. He has not done that yet. That's a great sign for him, and what a night he had. I mean, he really played well.
And not just hit, but he's coming off torn ligaments in his knee, and he's not looking at the rush. He's not looking like he's panicking at all. I mean, he's a tough, strong young man, and he was good tonight, and he's standing by for a visit with Aaron Andrews.
Carson, 3 touchdowns for you tonight. More importantly, your head coach telling me at the half, it looks like the offense finally found its rhythm. What went right?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was big for us to come out early and get on the board. Defense made a heck of a play that first drive, and so we had great field position, capitalized early. That's something we preach all the time, is starting fast, and we were able to do that tonight.
You know, you said coming into this game, frustrated, yes, concerned, no. Now that it seems like you guys are back on the right track, what was missing before?
There's just lots of little mistakes. You know, obviously we played some good teams that did some good things, but we had a lot of little mistakes. There's still things we got to clean up, but man, it feels good to get back in that win column.
Sure. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Aaron.
Easy to pick Carson Wentz as tonight's player of the game, presented by Buffalo Wild Wings. Threw for 279, 3 touchdowns, no picks, sacked 1 time. He and the Eagles get out of here with win number 3. Welcome back to the Buffalo Wild Wings post-game show as we continue from the Meadowlands. Let's find out what's coming up on Sunday here in Week 6.
On Sunday, we have a lot more football for you on Fox. Hear from the Vikings playmakers on their new QB and regrouping after last season's disappointing ending. And with the addition of Khalil Mack, the Bears defense has become one to watch. They'll tell us what's been clicking ahead of their matchup with the Dolphins. Plus, we'll talk kickers, especially after some had a week they'd like to forget. Join us for a full day of football starting at 11 Eastern right here on Fox.
That's the schedule coming up right here on Fox. Any particular game you want to look ahead to on Sunday?
Well, I talked about it a little bit earlier. I think the Cowboys-Jacksonville game is going to be a good game to watch. Great defensive teams, and I think it's good because the Cowboys have to keep pace now, you know, with the Philadelphia Eagles within the division. But for the Eagles to be 3-3 Thursday night game feels really good. They get a chance to be off this weekend, get rested up. They go into next week with a much better frame of mind. The Giants, I hate to say it, but, you know, they're playing this one out, and that's a hard thing to face when it's only 6 weeks into the season.
We saw a lot of good things from their rookie, Saquon Barkley. Not much more than that for Pat Shurmur's crew here with the Giants. It was Philadelphia tonight with the victory, and the Super Bowl champs are back to 500. Thanks for watching the Buffalo Wild Wings postgame show. Coming up next, the late local news on Fox and the U.S. Army postgame show on NFL Network. Good night.
Welcome to the U.S. Army postgame show.
Welcome in, everybody. Lots of happy Eagles fans here celebrating the 24-13 win. Listen, I am a very unbiased journalist, Reggie. There's Carson Wentz there, one of his 3 touchdowns of the evening. A great night for him. His night's going to get even better because he gets to come by the post-game set with us and hang out in just a little bit. He's going to be walking over here soon. So as soon as he comes over, we're going to to get him on this set. But in the meantime, let's talk a bit about Carson Wentz and the game that this Eagles offense came out, because they came out the gate and right away scored. Irv, what did you think?
Yeah, and we talked about this in the pregame. We talked about his Carson Wentz back to that MVP form that he was prior to the injury. And I said yes then, and I said the guys around him has to play. Well, tonight, all the guys around him played. Watch Carson Wentz move around. This is what's impressive, that he's moving around and making these throws after that knee surgery. He's showing you just how healthy he is, and when everybody plays with him, then they're back to being one of the teams to watch and get to a Super Bowl. 34 points tonight. They averaged with Carson Wentz last year 30 points as they were making their way towards that Super Bowl.
Reggie, what do you think?
Well, I got to talk about the other quarterback, Eli Manning, and it was a struggle today for him. You know, we talked about earlier before the game, is this his last ride? Is he aging? Is he getting better or worse? And I just didn't see it today. He did not look great. It seemed like he never got his feet set when he was going to throw the football. He was constantly under duress, under pressure. He never once, to me, seemed comfortable in the pocket. And that's the issue. And some of that is on the offensive line, getting him protection. I also put some of that on the offensive coordinator, because if you know your O-line is struggling, help those guys out. Put some running backs out there to chip block. Put some tight ends out there to help chip block. But again, today just wasn't a great performance once again by Eli.
No. So the Giants, they moved to 1-5 on the season. That is tough, especially in this division. Here comes Carson Wentz.
There's the man.
Now we're going to talk to him. Oh, he only got sacked one time today. That offensive line held up pretty well. Coming up after the post-game show, Total Access. We have a great interview with Drew Brees. Reggie, you did that. We got the special message that Drew had for his boys and why he feels sports is so important to them.
You are watching the U.S. Army post-game show. Find out more at GoArmy.com.
Coming in here with the play of the game presented by U.S. Army, and it is by none other than this man right here, Carson Wentz, his first touchdown of the game to Alshon Jeffrey, and what a touchdown that was. Nice way to start this game for the Eagles, considering, Carson, the starts have been a little sluggish, and you guys came out right away, scored 2 touchdowns. You get to 500 now against a division rival in their house here. How big was this game for you guys to get?
Yeah, this was a huge win. Obviously a huge win, especially the struggles we've had. We've always known what we've been capable of doing, but coming on the road here against an NFC East opponent, this was huge for us. Obviously starting fast, something we've always preached, so that first touchdown, that big turnover the defense had, really got us rolling.
Carson, a lot of talk about this Super Bowl hangover. First, tell me, how much do you believe in the Super Bowl hangover, and how have you seen it affect your team?
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe in it at all. I mean, I know for me personally, there's none of that. I wasn't out there, so I know there's I'm very hungry. I know there's a lot of us that are. I know we have a handful of veterans that have really put that in the past. So people want to call it that. We've just had a rough couple games with some little mistakes, some sloppy play. But again, we know what we're capable of doing, and I think we put it on display tonight.
How confident are you with the knee and everything and the injury and being back now?
I feel great. I feel extremely confident out there. It was a long, grinding rehab process, but I feel good.
I know about it. Trust me.
Save some questions for somebody else. So I want to ask you, Carson, how has the emergence of Nelson Aguilar been and how he has developed? And primarily playing in the slot, but you look for him a lot, even non-third downs and first and second. He's almost becoming that reliable guy. When he was first in the league, he had some drops and he was kind of unreliable. Talk about his development.
Yeah, I mean, his development's been huge, and it's a testament to how hard he works. He's one of the hardest working guys I've seen in the off season, in season. He's always one of the first guys in the building, catching balls every morning. So we've seen him put in the hard work, and that move to the slot, I think, really has served him well, and he's making plays all over the field.
Earlier before the show, we asked a question that we all talked about is Carson Wentz back to his MVP form from last season? Where do you feel like you are right now with the knee injury, and then as far as your performance?
Yeah, I mean, with the knee injury, I totally feel like it's behind me.
Yeah.
You know, I know it's been a long, like I said, long, grueling process, one I don't wish upon anybody, but I feel it's completely behind me. Obviously, out on the field, we've kind of been sloppy the last couple games, but personally, I don't feel like there's much rust. I feel like I'm out there, and guys are playing fast, and I think it was good to finally show that tonight.
Yeah. We have our next-gen stats people kind of looking at all the different plays in the game, and that touchdown that we came in on from you to Alshon Jeffrey, 18% chance of that happening according to next-gen stats. So let's walk through everything that went down on this play.
Yeah, I mean, 18%. I don't know how they get that
Who
number.
knows?
But
18% of the time it works every time.
Some geek behind a computer.
Who knows what that means?
Never played football.
But no, I mean, they dropped into Tampa 2. They had a good coverage on, and down there we always talk about that's when sometimes you just got to improvise. You know, they locked up the coverage, and I know Coach a lot of times says to not throw across your body.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you about, because you threw that back across your body.
But sometimes, especially when you got a guy like Alshon that you can really trust back there, you can kind of take those chances sometimes.
Hey, sometimes the best plays are the ones that you don't even really draw up that way.
Yeah.
Is that not the case? Like, I know we've all played enough to know that sometimes the designated play, and then when they do something different, you go out there and ad-lib, and it turns out to be a great play.
Yeah, I mean, it's something we talk about all the time. You know, last year we had so many big plays on broken plays. Tonight, I think two of the biggest plays were broken plays. The one to Nelson on that 3rd and short across the field, and then that touchdown to Alshon, just broken plays, guys making plays, and it's something we talk about all the time. I always tell those guys, you're never dead, always stay alive. O-line's been playing great, so it was good.
Yeah, you know, I watched the game last week, and I watched the Minnesota defensive line get a lot of pressure on you. Tonight, only 1 sack. Yeah. How much conversation did you and the offensive line or the whole offense had about that protection of you?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that's always discussed. You know, there's some little things here and there. Overall, I think they've been playing great. There's always a couple plays, and unfortunately, it's been a big play. It's been the strip sack. It's been stuff like that. So there's always things we got to clean up. But, you know, I trust those guys extremely well. They put it all on the line every week, and they take that job with pride for sure.
Yeah. You're a bad man, man. You're a bad man.
I wish that we could have you on here for the rest of the show. We didn't even get to talk about the defense and how much they've been balling out.
How cool is it? We had his brother on our show last week.
Yeah, you did.
Carson Wentz, everybody. Thanks so much for stopping by. We'll be right back after this.
Thanks, guys.
Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Get set for kickoff with NFL Game Day Morning. The undefeated Chiefs head to Foxborough for a primetime showdown with the Patriots. Mooch sits down with KC's coach to find out the secret to beating Belichick. The Steelers have won 6 straight games against Cincy. Find out which of our guys thinks that trend will come to an end on Sunday. And Jerry Jones says the Cowboys haven't had a #1 receiver in years. Michael Irvin has his own opinion, and you won't want to miss it. All that, plus Saint sack artist Cam Jordan in studio to talk Breeze, Brady, and a whole lot more. It all starts Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern.
What's up?
Back here wrapping up the Eagles' 34-13 win over the Giants. But coming up next, an awesome interview. Reggie Bush and Drew Brees. We're going to go back to 2006, the divisional playoff game there against the Eagles. And Sheldon Brown, well, there was a little moment that Reggie needs some closure to.
Famous play. You throw the hot route to me in the flat or in the swing route, and I just get lit up. What's up, bro? Like, I need closure right now.
It's just one of those, like, you wish you could take it back the minute you throw it, right?
That is awesome. So more of that coming up next, but let's get into Saquon Barkley. Reggie, what were you saying to him here?
I just told him, man, be a leader, control what you can control, continue to work hard, continue to show up to work every day, and be that beast that you already are. That's it. Ain't nothing else to take.
Sure today, right, Irv?
Yeah, this kid here, man, this is a once-in-a-lifetime, a generational player when you see this kid and the things he does. I mean, he's so explosive, and then he has power. He's elusive. And that Emmitt Smith-like balance. I mean, it's an incredible talent for the New York Giants.
I think we are looking at a future leader for the New York Giants. Maybe it's not this year. Maybe it happens at the end of the season. But I think Saquon is a good role model and leader that this team can look to and count on and depend on.
Yeah, I thought so too when I saw him sort of calming down Odell Beckham Jr. at one point during the game. Steve, what? No, you don't think so?
Saquon is the truth. Todd Gurley the second. You heard it.
That's right. We got some tweets rolling in. Des Bryant weighing in here. Whenever somebody do comparisons, it's way off. The Barkley-Sanders comparison is 100% legit.
You can see.
Which Sanders we talking about? Barry Sanders?
Barry. Yeah, you can see a lot of different
I can see
legends.
Right.
In Saquon Barkley. You got the Emmitt Smith keeping his balance, but you also can see the shimmy that Barry Sanders has. But then he also has the finish, like a Jerome Bettis as well. So there's a lot of different guys that you can put him to. But the thing is, what they did when they drafted Saquon Barkley is they got a strong foundation. Now they can take the pressure off whoever is the next quarterback coming in. Because
what about
guess
this one? What about this one?
Old Yeller.
No. I didn't bring in back Old Yeller.
And I'm just going to tell you right now, I love what Saquon is doing. Odell, he's got to be patient. He's going to have to understand that this is a trying time. And the media and also all of the talking heads will look in and examine everything he does. But Saquon Barkley is probably one of the biggest bright spots of this team right now because offensive line can't block. And the quarterback is inefficient. The defense is giving up too many plays, and they're not getting takeaways. And also, this game for the New York Giants this season, stick a fork in them. They're done.
A lot of noise about they should have drafted a quarterback. Getting this kid right here eases a lot of the pain of not drafting that quarterback. He is an incredible talent.
1-5, that is a tough record, and they have the mini buys, so they have a lot of time to sort of think about this and go through all of the problems. Just one thing to note here, we did see Odell Beckham Jr. leave the field early before halftime, and Pat Shurmur came out and said that it was because he was getting an IV.
I don't believe it.
So if you
Reggie, come on, Reggie.
marinate in that for a minute.
Told you
this kind of game and this kind of season that the Giants have, you know what you need? A staycation. You need to just go hibernate and go somewhere else.
Staycation.
Stay home, vacation. Don't go to work.
No, that's true.
Did you see that?
I saw it. We all saw it. By the way,
I'm saying it ain't that hot out here. Like,
no, it's
hey.
By the way, our amazing audio guy.
I got a bridge in London you could buy too.
It ain't that hot.
Cash though.
You guys know Jose, who puts us on the air here, who makes us sound amazing. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Jose. Thanks for making us sound great.
That's my man right there.
Awesome job by you.
Happy birthday.
I want to have some of that cake, by the way. All right. Coming up after this, we got Drew Brees on the show.
Yeah.
He's going to talk about whether or not he would retire if he won the Super Bowl. I need the answer to that, Reggie.
Got all the juicy gossip
that
for y'all.
is coming up right after this. Thanks so much for coming by.
Arizona.
Next week, we're going to Arizona. The Broncos and the Cardinals to kick off Week 7, everybody. Thank you and good night.
We going to Arizona next week?
You're not going?
I can get some good
Why
golf
don't you
down
just
there. They
come
got some good golf in Arizona.
Thank you for watching the U.S. Army post-game show. Find out more at GoArmy.com.
When it's your job to protect the world's greatest nation, it's your responsibility to solve the world's greatest challenges. This is why we search for the best and brightest, why we train for every eventuality, on land and water, in the air, space, and even cyberspace. We operate in a complex world with one simple mission: win.
Daryl.